Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I'm going to be covering Quant with you guys. I got some bullish news for Quant that I wanted to get covered for you guys. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a quick like to help the YouTube algorithm. Alright guys, let's jump into it. Alright, it's Quant under $100. Now I know there's some people out there saying, oh, but Quant is like a stable coin. I'm like giving up on Quant right now because I don't think it's going to do anything in this next bull run. Well, I'm going to show you some things in this video that might help, make you reconsider that. I'm still dollar cost averaging into Quant. It's my second largest holding. I'm going to continue to add more and more Quant up until we really take off in this true bull run that's upcoming. Want to cover a couple things on here for you to let you know what Quant is still doing while people are out there sleeping on it and fudding on it. So Quant, they're taking the stage at the UK Finance, and this article here kind of covers more of it. I'll cover this in just a bit. It's the UK Finance's Digital Innovation Summit, and they've been posting on their Twitter about it. And basically, Gilbert Burdian is sitting here right with the panel going over what Quant is doing for payment solutions for these banks, and like the Bank of International Settlements is here. They've got the Citibank is here. There's like the Bank of England. They're all here at this summit with Quant, discussing what they're going to do with the British pound. So I think this is really huge and bullish that Quant is actually a part of this and coming up with innovation and solutions for these banks. So they're obviously doing more and more and more in the background with these banks that they can't discuss and talk to us about, but they wouldn't be involved in this if they didn't have something big planning with these guys. So wanted to cover this article here for you in just a second. Quant also, this is a funny tweet that they put out here. Tokenization is the sexiest thing in finance, says Charlotte Hogg, CEO of Europe and Visa, and Quant like tagged them on this. There's nothing else that I can offer you that will give you a 20% reduction in fraud. And Quant said, we agree, Charlotte, and we're here to make it simple, trusted, and future-proof. So they're like, here we are, we've got the solution for you. So Quant is going to get in touch with a lot of these payment solutions and let them know, hey, we've already got this mastered, we've got it secure, we've got it fast, we've got it cheap and easy to adopt. So here it is right in front of you. So it's hard to say what they actually have for partnerships right now, but they're definitely working with the biggest of the biggest banks. So this article here, I wanted to read just a little bit of it. We're proud to announce that we've joined UK's preeminent Financial Services Association and will be speaking at the UK Finance's Digital Innovation Summit later this month. This is from earlier in October. They are actually speaking at that Finance Summit recently. UK Finance is the collective voice for the banking and finance industry, representing more than 300 firms across the industry. It acts to enhance competitiveness, support customers, and facilitate innovation. Quant has joined as an associate member. The Digital Innovation Summit is UK Finance's flagship event, taking place on October 31st, so it happened on Halloween in London. It brings together speakers from businesses, academia, government, and regulators to explore the emerging technologies that will transform finance. And basically all these banks have to adopt the ISO 222 standard coming up soon, but they're going to have to adopt these standards by a certain date, and Quant is like laying it out there for them, saying, here it is, here's everything you need to have that adoption. Our founder and CEO Gilbert Burdian will be speaking on a session about the digital pound. Gilbert will share our experience of working with Project Rosalind and outline his vision for the future. And then they talk about who will be joining the stage with them here. And Quant will also have a presence on the exhibition floor where a team of specialists will be sharing its expertise in digital currencies, programmable money, and tokenized assets, as well as demonstrating the Overledger platform, the enterprise standard for building a blockchain. So hopefully, they make some good connections in this and some big partnerships come out of this summit. So we'll just have to kind of see in the future what that entails for them and who they end up partnering with. But got some things I wanted to cover with you on the price for Quant here. Some people have been fighting on Quant because it's just been kind of floating between that like $84 and $110 range a lot recently, while some of the other coins have pumped. Well, if you know that how crypto works, it kind of goes in phases. You're not going to have all the coins pumping at the same time. But Quant did move up to like $110 when it was down to like 84 recently. So it did have a decent increase with that. Now, it didn't go crazy like Solana did because it didn't have like all of the big news like Solana. You know, they had their breakpoint event, like it's like 4 days of just events covering specifically Solana and all the innovation that's going on with all these speakers, and it's a huge event that they do every year. So that's why Solana was pumping so much, and with that news about Fire Dancer. But Quant here, it's still doing well. It's not like it's going lower. You know, it's still up from what it was a few weeks ago when it was down to like $84 a month or so ago, or whenever it was. But if we look at the chart here, some things I wanted to cover with you guys just to make you understand like how quickly things can turn around for Quant. If we go back here to last year, 2022, you know, it was floating around this $50 range here back in June of last year. And then it shot up to this got up to $126, came back down to $100, and then boom. And this was what? September. And then in October, boom, it shot up to $200 just like that. You know, well, if you look at like XRP here for an example of the same time frame last year, you know, XRP, it went, you know, it was in September, it was at, you know, 48 cents, it was at 40 cents here, and it, you know, it didn't shoot up in October like Quant did. It didn't double in price. If we go to Solana, same time frame here. If we go to last year, June, you know, all the way up into October, Solana didn't do anything. It didn't jump up double in price like Quant did. Let's go to Bitcoin here, same time frame. On May of last year, it actually dropped down from, what, 29,000? It dropped down to 20,000. And while Bitcoin is sitting here going lower and lower, Quant was pumping and doubled in price, going against Bitcoin's pair with that. So keep in mind, Quant can pump and double in price out of nowhere, and that was in a bear market. That wasn't even during a bullish time like we have right now. So it just lets you know that Quant out of nowhere can absolutely explode, just like Solana did and just like some of the others have done recently. So keep that in mind. It's not a dead project. They're constantly building and constantly adding more innovation and technology to the Quant Overledger during this accumulation phase. So I'm very bullish on Quant. And if we look at, let's go back to Quant here. If we go to the market cap here, it's at $1.4 billion, about $1.5 billion, just under when it's at the $100 mark. So to get to $1,000, you're looking at a $15 billion market cap for Quant. That's absolutely nothing for a project like this. You know, it could, so let's say it got up to, you know, if it got up to 15 billion, hit that $1,000 mark. Well, to get up to 30 billion, that would be $2,000 Quant, and a 45 billion would be a $3,000 Quant. So that's why I say my price estimates for Quant for the upcoming bull run, I think it's going to be somewhere between that $1,500 and $2,500 mark, because I can see it getting up into that 15 billion to, you know, $30 billion market cap area. That's kind of my price target for Quant. I know some people are thinking it's going to go to $5,000. That is possible, but if you do the math on that, that would be 5 times 1.5 billion, or 50 times that. So you're looking at about 75 billion market cap if I did that right in my head. Let's pull out a calculator and do the math on that real quick, because I'm just kind of doing that in my head. So at 1.5 billion, you've got $100 Quant. So if we want to go 50 times that to get to 5,000, that's going to be, $75 billion market cap. That is possible. You know, you had Solana hitting 80 billion in the last bull run. So if this bull market is bigger and there's way more mass adoption, and we've got, you know, like a We had $3 trillion market cap for the total market cap for crypto the last bull run, like 3.2 trillion or something, if I remember correctly. They're predicting like between 5 and 10 trillion for this next one. So if it got up in that range and Quant, if Quant got in the top 20, it could hit that $75 billion market cap. I'm not saying it couldn't, but I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not waiting for a high price point like that to take out my profits. I'm going to start taking out my profits probably just below that $1,000 mark and taking out in increments on the way up from there, like I've covered in my other videos with Quant, just to be safe, and then leave a little moon bag in case it does go higher than like $2,500 or whatever. You just never know what it's going to do. But like I said, I've really stayed bullish on Quant this whole time. I'm not concerned with this price action at all right now. We've got a long ways to go as far as I'm concerned to get to the real bull run. You're talking like 6 months just about to get to the halving, and then you're talking about another 6 months from there before we usually are really taking off into the bull run. So yeah, we start taking off slightly after the halving typically in the past, but it really doesn't start screaming until the end of the year, and then even into the next year is when it really starts taking off. So I'm still really bullish on Quant, and it could take off at any time if this market stays bullish. So I'm going to continue to dollar cost average into Quant, and if, let's say, it were to like double in price for some reason over a period of a few days or a few weeks or something like that, during this market, I would be tempted to take out some profits on it because we're likely to get another correction before the actual bull run takes off. Just because in my opinion, I think we're still in the accumulation phase and we're just in a mini bull run, like a bullish period of it, and we're going to have some more correction coming. Typically in the past, we've had a double bottom in every other bear market. We haven't had a double bottom yet in this one. We just had one bottom. And typically from the peak of the price in the middle of the bear market, which we don't know if we've hit yet. We don't know if 36,000 is the peak of that, or if we're going to jump up to 40-some thousand and then come back down. But typically in the previous bear cycles, we've hit a bullish period where we've come up quite a bit in price, and then we've corrected anywhere between 30 and 50% from there, actually 30 to 60%. But those were, the 60% correction is likely not to happen unless we got a black swan event or something terrible. But we're likely to see like possibly a 30 to 40% correction on Bitcoin at some point before we take off in the actual bull run, unless things are different this time around. But there's no real reason to think so, unless the only thing that I could agree with that could possibly take us off into a true bull run is if the Bitcoin ETFs get approved early, and that could set us off if that happens. But I'm predicting that news may be already kind of baked in at this point, but that's not necessarily the case. Crypto can really surprise you at times. But previously, I just try to follow what was done historically in the past, and historically in the past tells us we're going to have a bullish period, and then we're going to have a good 30 to 40% correction. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you do have some extra funds out there and you're looking to invest in crypto right now, I've got some people that are in my Discord and that they don't have anything in their portfolio yet. They're looking to invest in some crypto. My opinion is, if that were me in that situation, I would try to find coins like Quant and that haven't pumped a lot, that are good projects, and I'd put some money into those, and then I would just kind of hold off and wait. And if we get a big correction yet, that's when I would put some more money into it and just kind of, like I said, dollar cost average. I don't specifically just put in a certain amount every week or every month or something. I try to wait for a dip and then put some money in while we got some bloody days is when I typically want to put my money in, just because that's the best time to capitalize on it. You don't want to put a bunch of money in on some really green days, because you're likely to have a correction in the market and then be down on your investment. So keep that in mind. That's kind of how I handle my dollar cost averaging. I try to get my dollar cost average as low as possible, not just put in at a certain time, a certain amount every time. But that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for this video, guys. let me know if you're sold your Quant, if you're holding your Quant, if you're still accumulating Quant. I'm still accumulating. I'm probably going to add like 5 more to my portfolio this week. I'm almost to my goal with that. And then I'm going to continue to add more once I reach my goal with that. So I'd appreciate to hear from you guys what you think your price predictions are of Quant in the upcoming bull run. And don't forget to check out my free Telegram group if you want to join that, or my membership Discord. And there's all kinds of benefits that come with that. That's only $9.99 a month and helps support my channel and helps support me. So I appreciate that if you do want to join the Discord. If you have any issues joining that Discord, a lot of people are having a problem signing up with it for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I might have to switch to something like Patreon or something at some point and then manually add you to the Discord, because I keep having issues with people signing up in the Discord. So if you have any problems with it and you're trying to join, try to hit me up in here or on Telegram, or if you can get in the Discord, hit me up in the welcome channel and I'll try to help you out as best I can to get joined in there. But I appreciate it. That's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.